Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Cress Nether. You're here in the Fey Groves over on twitch.tv/nethervt and I hope you have a lovely time here. Thank you, Stam. Today we are playing some more Midnight Storm and I see that people are joining in on the random encounters. We are getting some good wins and some losses, unfortunately. But it's still in the 50-50 zone, and Gamesy is hard at work to get that +5 bonus. Or are you going to stick to a +4 this time? Who knows? But I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much, Stum, for the congratulations on my affiliate anniversary, because that is happening this week. I believe it's now 5 years. My goodness. But I want to celebrate this a little bit more in about 2 months to celebrate my birthday month once again. And so there will be something to talk about in a while. There we go. Games defeated Fahar. Oh, again. She did that already in D&D. Anyway, today is not D&D, it's Scion. So let's go and talk to the folks in the chat.
Please,
hello.
Tier 3 sub.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We
All
were
right.
talking about when you have a girl character in an MMO, people will just give you random things because they are thirsty.
I have not seen this happen in Guild Wars 2.
That's probably because it's full of dudes. I'm kidding.
Takes a drag off of cigarette. That's a name I haven't heard in years.
Been a good game.
It's fun. I have found that I don't play MMORPGs unless I know other people to play with.
Sam.
And even then, it's tricky.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
As much as I don't want to diminish all the fun y'all have in all your games, I've yet to find a MMORPG that feels different to any other one that I've tried.
That's fair. A lot of them follow similar formulas, in my opinion. What were you gonna say,
I'm kind
Alvin?
of tilting my head because it's like I understand what you mean, that MMOs or RPGs probably aren't for you. But that would be like saying, yeah, I would try to find a first-person shooter without guns.
What if it's a first-person shooter with katana guns?
I think the most...
What's the second word on that one?
Shut up.
I think the most different MMO I played was The Secret World. Mostly because a lot of the quests in that were like figuring shit out rather than fighting things.
You could also play, what's that one that's basically Excel spreadsheets MMO?
Eve.
Eve Online.
Yeah, you can play Eve Online.
The things I've heard about Eve.
You don't have to spend money on it.
You don't have to.
But
You
it's
can
highly
earn
encouraged.
the... If you play the game enough, you can earn enough of the in-game money to just buy more playtime.
Yeah, from what I've heard, that game is the epitome of the joke second job.
Oh, literally, like there are, like one of the main core like features is hostile takeovers.
My brother used to play that game, and he had a job in the game that was scouting out wormholes.
That's pretty great.
That's all he did all day on it.
I remember watching a video about a story from years ago about how a bunch of people were complaining on the subreddit because a battle bankrupted them.
That's so funny.
Well, there was that really expensive war that happened once.
Yeah, I think that was it.
It was about $300,000 worth of damages.
Oh my god!
Uh,
When you can measure the damage done in a game in actual money, that's insane to me.
it is something.
But enough
Yeah.
about sci-fi issues.
Have at you! We're playing Scion.
Yeah.
No, that's Scion with an SC. Captions. Not that kind of game.
Mind powered Scion, Psion.
Oh.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Anywho. But yeah, speaking of playing Scion, last time we had a conversation.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I heard something get dropped.
That just fell off my desk.
Oh dear. It wasn't the cat this time, okay.
No.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Never drop off a desk. They are creatures of ultimate grace and perfection. Never would have an accident.
Who
Next
wants
back.
who wants to come with me to the Thrice 10th Kingdom and meet my mom and possibly some other family members?
Vega instantly shoots her hand up.
I was told the deal was kill Dracula.
No, you weren't. You were told that there was a poll to vote on that was put on there where the options were kill Dracula or go to Tiernanog.
We are going to go to Tirnanog as well, but I do need to up my legend for a moment before we do that.
Vega instantly raises her hand.
Yeah.
So, hold on, let me take a look at what you got.
I want to see my future moms-in-laws.
So,
Yes, moms-in-laws.
I mean, is it wrong? I think it's an accurate term.
You got 3 fate bindings. You could bump up one of those, or you could add a new one because you've got up to 6 that you can have.
True.
I don't think you could compel one of your fate bindings, or you could do a major sacrifice, which will take a seat for the purposes. I do not have music.
I was thinking of taking a scene to the Thrice 10th Kingdom for like an actual visit and to ask if I can help out and maybe meet the representation of the sun from the Bogovi pantheon as well.
Representation of the sun, you say?
Yes, let me look up the name.
Let me open up the book.
I'm on it. I can do this faster.
Yeah, probably. I ain't going that fast.
Yarillo, the bright sun.
Be interesting if that is to pronounce. Oh yeah, no. Okay. It is spelt with a J, and I was like, I didn't know that one was said with a Y over there.
Oh yeah, a lot of languages do that. Some people make their J's into Hess.
I don't like that. Well, I was about to say I don't like that, but then it's like, no, that one's fine.
That was Spanish.
Yeah.
Looks over, glares at jalapeno. Delicious.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Don't ever at me like that again.
Just like a chihuahua. Or a quesadilla.
Mm.
We're back.
I will say that in the Midwest, it is actually a common thing for people to jokingly call Chipotle Chipotle.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Thank God you opened that sentence up with jokingly.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not serious, I promise. If they were, I would give them the side eye. Baby, there's a baby on my desk, guys.
Oh.
And listeners.
I
I was warbling her earlier, and Nether was like, no, don't warble baby.
No, I specifically said don't shake the baby.
Oh yeah, warbling. It's not shaking; it's vibrating the baby.
What
What
is?
is it, vibrating or warbling?
Well, I vibrate her to make her warble.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah. She's
But yeah, so
squeaking
we
at
got
me.
so we got a couple of people that want to go to the Thrice 10th Kingdom. What else do people want to do at the moment?
Cardin's got a lot of fires in the iron. All of them are helping his friends with things that they need. I have to go to the Thrice 10th Kingdom, then eventually help somebody kill Dracula, but that's going to be a group activity. I have to
I'm going to
participate
meet
in a
up with,
heist.
I am going to meet up with Cotton to plan the heist.
Yeah.
Crimes.
I feel like killing
That's why you're not
Dracula
invited.
is a team bonding activity. Would you agree on this?
Did you want to plan out details regarding the heist above, or with me, or do you want to
The
throw things
problem-
at me and see if
The
I'm
main
prepared?
problem is I don't know anything about the place I'm going to,
Okay, that is
which is
quite
required
fair.
for planning the heist. So I'm gonna have
It's
the
kind
lads
of like
do some
a
scouting.
first step.
You are also friends with the world's greatest investigator.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have the lads do some scouting, get you to get some information.
Down.
Oh wow, Columbo's here.
Don't you?
One more
Why are
thing.
so many people coming at me today? Why are so many people coming at me today?
What, is Columbo not one of the greatest fictional detectives of all time?
Columbo is
compared
here
to
and
Cotton.
suddenly Columbo is here and suddenly I smell chili. Specifically his wife's chili.
Yes.
And he goes,
Wait.
one more thing.
You were going to say, why are people coming at me? And I almost came at you really hard when you said not compared to Cardin. So instead, we will just take a moment and ask Olivia what Olivia's doing.
I have a plan for her to talk with her adopted mother.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess we'll go to the Thrice 10th Kingdom first, since that's what Crest started off with. And it's easy enough. You've got the portal or doors or whatever it may be, or has changed to, down in the basement library of the Midnight Nook. To get there, as was kind of the starting point for a lot of the mythical spaces in the cafe.
Hey.
You
We'll
and
go
Vega
together.
go.
Or is it just you two?
I believe that's part of the reason why I
The
was
offer
asking what
was
people wanted to
extended.
do.
Yeah, the offer was extended to everyone.
Let's go on a field trip.
Oh yeah, Olivia hasn't been to the Thrice 10th Kingdom.
It's
That's
fine.
true. Here's your punch. Your Midnight Nuke punch card.
She stares at it moment saying, does this one get me free coffees?
No, but if you purchase any drink, book, pastry, or you go through this gate for 5 round trips, you get a free muffin.
Hilda just stares at the gate, that kind of look in her eyes of, what if I just step back and forth?
That does not count.
What if I just exploit this?
Vega just like raises her hand. I've gotten 4 muffins.
Cardin, having thought of multiple versions of what Olivia just asked, just goes, trust me, they've thought of everything.
Though I would like to see you clip out of bounds if you really try.
Don't send Olivia to the back rooms. Those people haven't hard enough.
I went there once. They wouldn't look at me. They ran away crying.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. I am so sorry to hear it.
Definitely
Okay,
sunny
got
day in
another
the
coffee?
Thrice 10th Kingdom.
Yeah,
Sparse clouds.
I think
Mostly,
I
yeah.
will try and let's see, what was the official, like, what can I do with the, wait, where is it? Ah, there it is. I would like, above where I arrive, to have the area be filled with starlight.
Yeah.
As a casual
It's like,
miracle.
that's my man's.
Okay. I'm curious as to why.
To announce my presence.
You always gotta come in with a grand entrance.
I did not expect Casimir to be one for like pomp and ceremony.
I know, it's-
He's leaning into his famous status.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Okay, you're gonna have to have like a twink. You're gonna have to smile pretty at the camera and have a twinkle in your teeth.
I always have that.
I was about to say he literally has the ability that makes it do that.
Yes.
Gonna pull a Chip Skylark, my shiny teeth in me.
Mm-hmm.
You have announced your presence to the little villa that the friends spend most of their time
Mm-hmm.
in. That is not too far from Zoria's space.
Excuse me.
They know you are here.
They know I'm here. Good. That was the intent. I'll say hi to some of the friends,
Yeah.
especially like the people I immediately recognize. Just smile at the others. I'll ask if they know if the Zoria is in.
Vega waves to the ones that taught her how to make really good soup.
Soup.
The soup.
What time of day do you go?
I thought it was a relatively sunny day.
Yeah, what time?
Oh, right. I was hoping actually to speak with the Midnight Star.
Ah. I mean, she's in, but she's probably sleeping.
Mm,
Oh yeah, was it nighttime?
We'll wait.
You have morning, evening, and midnight, so
yeah.
they kind of take
I-
your time going through things.
I think it's a good question. I should have remembered that. I probably would have left later in the evening to meet with the Midnight Star.
Okay.
It was a relatively sunny day.
So you want to meet the sun, you want to meet the Midnight Star, you have to get something from the Earth Mother, and like you have a list of things to do here. You want to
Yes.
wait until midnight specifically to talk to Zoria at this particular moment. I'm trying to be clear.
That is fair.
That is all.
Okay. In that case,
Mhm.
I would have mentioned to the others, hey, this is probably going to take an entire day. I would first like to meet the Zoria, the Midnight Star, as a courtesy. Then wait until sunrise and meet the guy whose name I've already forgotten, Yarilo.
Mhm.
Or Yarilo. And then, wait, hold on.
Mokosh.
Yes. Right, yes. Does-
Yarila, actually.
Hmm?
The O is has a sound, according to the pronunciation guide.
I think that is more of an unvoiced vowel. Yarila? Yeah. I don't know.
So in go ahead and roll for me, Casimir, just a social culture check, just to kind of
Mm-hmm.
get a couple of things in mind.
Social culture.
Mm-hmm.
That is that. Would religion or relics have anything to do with
Religion
this?
would work. Yeah.
Religion would
Religion
work.
fine.
Okay. And this is a social role, so do my striking looks work in this? Nope. Okay. 5 successes.
With 5 successes, it's in short.
Mhm.
I like you have a list of tasks to do, and you have a lot of things that you wish to get done. Some of which is, as you've put, for courtesy. The Midnight Star isn't going to particularly be offended if you don't, if you just like, as long as you say hi at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Because she herself is kind of used to, for better and for worse, just being at the odd hours of the night in darkness and having people say it or offer things to her as they can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more that, like, if we want to do it in that order, you can. I'm just
What would you suggest?
I guess I'm kind of just like, I'm confused as to why you want to. Is there a particular reason why you want to meet the Midnight Star specifically, and one of the other two would not be okay?
Oh. It's not like like the others aren't okay. But the Midnight Star, as far as I've thought of it, is the aspect of the Zoria that Casimir leans closer to.
It's fair. I guess what I'm trying to do is, rather than spend a lot of time waiting, if it's a list of things to get done, to get them done.
Yeah, okay.
And if you want to speak specifically to the Midnight Star, it's more pointing out she doesn't particularly care if you come at the end of your trip or at the beginning of your trip. If you're simply paying courtesy, as you say. If you're doing something else...
Also, since this is mostly to get your legend back and stuff, I don't mind skipping through some time.
Yeah, is that like was that not the intent? I'm confused here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is like it was, I want to meet Zoria. I want to meet this specific Zoria, and it's gotten more detailed, and I'm just kind of like, but why aren't you doing the other stuff then? Just.
Okay. I think is the confusion here, like, you established, that's the word, that it was the afternoon.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I understand. No, I was coming at it from more of the sense like if we are taking this trip, then it might just be more logical for us to arrive in the evening rather than in the afternoon for the purposes of what Casimir had in mind. But if you've established it is afternoon, then he wouldn't wait for that long.
Okay, that's more or less what I was trying to figure out. Is like if you want to sit there and go later, you can, and if the order is important for what it is that you wish to do, that's possible. I'm just it is a brain bug thing on why I was particularly confused as to why.
Yeah, given the time of day, it would be like the least convenient order to go in.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, my confusion was like I wasn't fully aware that the established thing like was so.
It's more that if it is based on the time of day on which Zoria is there. If the sun is out, the midnight star specifically is probably asleep.
That makes all the sense. In that case, I wouldn't mind saying hi to to Casimir, a distant relative.
Okay. Who would you like to see first?
Yarila.
It's a bit of a travel made easy enough for the purposes of casual miracles, because that's fun. Other than Vega, has anyone joined Casimir today, just out of curiosity?
I think I already said what. I already said what Jody was doing. Jody's apparently talking to one of Carden's clones.
No. They're all Carden.
And also all clones.
We'll be going with the Bright 10 Kingdom party. That way, crimes can be discussed safely.
Those of you within the Thrice 10th Kingdom...
I mean, if I need to discuss crime safely, I can just go see Dad again.
This is true.
This is true.
It's... The thing to see as kind of... It's the height of the day isn't particularly the correct word, but it is the one that came to mind first, where you have not hyperactive, but exceptionally energetic, younger speaking individual. Like probably that space between young, between late adolescence and young adulthood type of thing, where there's still that aspect of playfulness, but playfulness and energetic, but still kind of all-encompassing. Given the time of year, as it is approaching closer to the middle of summer, this individual is at the height of his power, so to speak, and thus is kind of running through, spreading life wherever he kind of touches, as he's kind of dancing, I guess would kind of be the best way, through the space where you find him, kind of like an open field. Those of you with him that are a little keen-eyed see an older matronly woman kind of sticking to the edge of the clearing, with kind of just keeping an eye on him. But he does not seem to notice you as you approach.
In that case, I will... What? Like, your omen is not exactly the same as, like, what happens with casual miracles, correct?
Correct. What is the goal here?
The goal here is to make my presence known without startling or without imposing my presence there.
I think your social acumen is enough that there really isn't an imposition at this particular moment in time, or really imposing yourself. I mean, if you wanted to be sure, you could have made an appointment. That's mostly a joke.
There. In that case, I will approach the two and simply say, I hope I am not intruding.
As this individual, this more masculine individual, stops and turns, there aren't many people, due to mechanics purposes, who are as pretty as Casimir. Not entirely sure if it's due to this individual's own abilities, or just the aspect of divinity and the light that surrounds this individual that seems to kind of bring more to him. But he is definitely exceptionally attractive.
Is he mugging me?
No.
Sorry, I had to say it.
The same level. Although Jody is going to be annoyed that they missed Hot Dancing Guy.
You did miss Hot Dancing Guy, Jody. Yeah.
Oh god, Casimir, he's over-farming you!
No! Episode 58, Casimir gets into looks maxing.
No.
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 No!
Don't do it.
No.
No, I only said it for the joke. I do not mean it in any way, shape, or form in the
Vale
slightest.
walks in to see him hitting himself with a hammer.
No!
That's part of look
I
maxing.
know. That's it.
Casimir gets a Chad chin.
I need to walk my comment back.
Mulligan that comment.
I thought it was funny.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's fun. Not an imposition at all. Obviously with an accent closer to that of Casimir, but as mentioned beforehand, I am not going to butcher accents. So,
No, I do that.
But not much of an imposition at all. How may I help you?
Vega's right there, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah,
You brought people along.
I did bring people along.
We'll say for convenience, one of the old biddies sees her and like drags her away.
There is another individual here that
There is
it's more
specifically an
feminine
older
if you
individual.
wanted to go sit there and speak to her, because you did have to go travel a bit for purposes of finding this individual.
You're also meeting your in-laws.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would
That's true.
introduce myself as Casimir Zoryanov, and then introduce Vega as I believe we've talked about this, but I might have forgotten. Vega is a chosen.
What was it that we picked?
Or
Chosen, I don't know. There's chosen, born, incarnation.
I
or,
recall.
I
Creative.
think she's related to Hecate.
Okay.
Okay.
Born.
then you're.
Yeah.
And then I would introduce Vega as the born Scion of Hecate.
To note, you can be born of a god and be chosen by another god. See also Odysseus.
True, true.
This is
Noting
true.
that.
So, this individual nods, introduces himself as the Yorila, and is very happy to meet Vega. Not entirely sure if that's because it's Vega and he's heard things about Vega, because you guys are relatively famous, or if it's just this person's
Demeanor.
energy. Yeah, demeanor. That's the great word for it. There is the slight joke where Casimir introduces himself as Zoryanov, and he kind of just chuckles to himself and goes, "Which one?"
Yes.
But yes. After the introductions are made of everyone that is there, he goes, "So yes, what can I do for you?"
Seeing if Vega is out of earshot for the moment.
Are there children there?
There's a few, not many at this particular moment in time, but
I'll say
there,
that
as mentioned, there is kind of a more matronly-looking woman who's kind of off to the border of the space at the moment.
That would be Mokosh?
That'd be Mokoshi, yes.
Okay. I think I'll also introduce myself to her, and then we kind of split for the moment.
She kind of nods, is much more mellow than her child, as it seems to be, and is kind of seems to be tending to a small garden at this particular moment. At least that's how she's treating it, off to the edge.
I will say that Vega is hanging around her, make it out of earshot, seeing if there's anything she would like for some help in her garden, some extra pair of pants.
You'll put you to work.
The small little garden is just the entire Slavic hinterlands.
Yeah, something like that.
You've got a small job ahead of you, Vega.
But yes.
But yeah, talking with Irilla, I would say I am working on a little project that involves my dear Miss Seren, and I was wondering if I should talk to you or if I should talk to Dashbog about incorporating a little bit of the sun's power. As Vega is associated with the moon and I am associated with the stars, I thought it would be fitting to have a token of the sun as a token of my love for her.
Just reading his purviews.
Yeah.
I don't know why the one called the bright sun doesn't
is not associated with the sun. That's like I was reading this and I was like, oh no.
Let's just homebrew sun on him.
Yeah, seriously.
We should have that.
As far as I can tell, he is associated with the warmth of spring and summer.
Yeah, like
Which
it's
involves
the
the sun.
aspect of sun. Yeah, that's the thing. The bright shining, the way that this guy is described. So here's the thing about the sun purview, as I know from experience, thanks to Danny. The sun is not just bright light. The sun is good feelings and hope.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a pen real quick. Give me a second, just write
He's
sun.
actually just
on
a
the PDF.
poser.
Let me just do that
Like how the
here
Prince
as well.
of Flowers doesn't have any nature purviews in the Tateo. Bothers me so much.
That is weird.
You can
All
just
right,
add
hold
bonus
on.
one.
Now I gotta take a look at that. Oh, but yeah.
I've changed it now.
It's excellent. Perfect.
I'll go in on the Pippi's mess list and do it. On the patron mess list.
Yeah. But yes. So yeah. Okay, I see you. I see why the Flower Prince doesn't have that one. That's a discussion for another time. But yeah, so he kind of takes a look, looks over to Vega, looks back to you and kind of goes, is there anything in particular that you had in mind?
I grab from my pocket a little gold titanium alloy ring that is probably the second or third prototype, or like no, not prototype, second or third attempt at making a ring with Jenny. And there is a little groove from like on the outside that is currently empty. And I was thinking, I'm not going to write in Tolkien's Elvish on it, but I was thinking something that would illuminate from this little groove.
Interesting. So...
And I had the idea of... there's a ritual I am working on to basically grab and concentrate power from the sun into this, but I figured it would be a good idea to ask beforehand.
The short of it, did kind of... I know we addressed it briefly last time we talked about making things. He kind of takes a look at it and nods and goes, okay. But there is the aspect that he kind of puts over there and goes, so from what I'm aware of, there's the different ways that you could to harness, like, to grab onto sun-related powers. From her own space, you could probably grab like a tier of Helios, and that might do it. My question is, are you looking for a gift from me to help you with yours? Or are you looking to make something of your own?
I would like for it to be made by myself. But this... The reason I come to ask is... While there are many that are associated with the sun, and even in our own family there are multiple, I wanted to know that I would have my family's blessing.
Kind of looks over. You might want to go ask her then. Kind of points over to Makash. Mostly in good humor on that one, not like trying to foist you off on that.
No, I get that.
He goes, okay. I mean,
I think I will ask her when it's closer to me actually proposing.
kind of nods and gives you different forms of suggestions for harnessing aspects of the sun in the way that he does. Like the way that he does it is it's more that the sun kind of influences him through different
seasons?
Yeah, mostly through different seasons. It's kind of like more of a representation of longer days, or however that might be in comparison to being the sun in some cases, or pushing it across the sky in others, or pulling it.
Right.
But
I'll mentally and eventually will make physical notes of this.
If you want something sooner rather than later, see me before you leave.
All right,
I'll
thank
see
you
if we
very
can
much.
get something done.
I appreciate that very much. I should make sure that Vega is not kept the entire day in this, in Mokosh's garden.
Oh, I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Oh
Sure she
no,
appreciates the help.
I believe Vega would have a lovely time as well.
As you go over to Mokosh and Vega, it's just been kind of sitting there, shooting, or having a conversation, and I was gonna say shooting the shit, and it's like, yeah, that seems too vulgar for Mokosh.
Look,
But
Mokosh
she's-
deals with fertilizer. Don't worry about it. Like,
But yeah, like some of it's just talking about magic, some of it's talking about different things for, what's the word I'm looking for? For like growing purposes. Because if I
Mhm.
recall correctly, I think Vega wanted like a, in-home
little
like
herb
garden.
garden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herb garden.
And maybe some vegetal.
It is very interesting to see what would be considered like a queenly or matronly style figure, elbows deep in all sorts of gardening equipment. Definitely not afraid to get dirty or the other aspects of it. But you approach them at this particular moment, Casimir.
Underscore.
Berry garden? Or
I just said
Really?
cottage core. That's
Cottage
all that
core. Oh
is.
yeah, absolutely. I head over there and kind of kneel alongside them as I inspect what kind of plant or flower they are currently tending to. Good afternoon, Mokosh.
I want you to know Vega has some dirt on her cheek, but she looks like she is having a wonderful time.
There is a gentle touch, a finger wiping away that dirt.
Thank you.
Of course. I see you've met our grandmother. And I specifically have a space between grand and mother there.
She's wonderful. I absolutely love spending time with her, and I hope that I have made a good first impression.
You know, it's
Well, good to know. That is very nice. You are not the only one.
Thank you so much.
Oh. Are we going to have to make a little garden somewhere in the lair, or?
I don't think it would be the worst idea. Some plants, some herbs, some vegetables would be good for being a little more self-sustaining.
Thinking about it, I believe the section on botany is lacking. Well, something to think about for our next book shopping trip.
Yes. I will
Thank you
make
so
some notes and do some research.
Wonderful. Great Mother Mokosh, thank you so much for taking care of Vega here.
it's my pleasure.
Is there anything that I could help with?
In particular, if you wish, I can put you to work.
I have a couple hours, I suppose. I kind of glance over at Vega and Olivia.
And doesn't get included.
Does Olivia
Whoever
have
wants.
any interest in
This is
gardening?
more a sense of like I'm happy to do this. I don't wish to force you to to go along with this. But if you want to go along with this, it's open to it.
I mean, I was thinking Olivia's gonna try and go join the other guy and start dancing.
Oh.
Honestly, also fair.
Cardin's been on top of you this entire time until you head over to Vega, and then he remembers that he forgot something here, but he can't remember what.
You didn't forget anything. You gave it up.
Yeah.
But he does forget what it is.
Yes.
That's the passive forgetting. It's not an active. Yeah.
Card's just like, I'm not the giving type. What did I give up here?
Well, you
Uh,
remember everything surrounding it. It was an exchange. You
You
bought
know you
something
traded.
for
You
it.
know you traded it for something.
You bartered.
Oh.
You just
You're like,
don't remember what you gave up.
you just feel so incomplete without it.
Carlin, you look a little. You seem to be staring off into the distance. Do you need a sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah, sandwich. As you say sandwich, you see the gears turn harder.
Oh,
Oh wow, his head is smoking.
if you have a little time, we can go back to the friends, and I can make you something that goes nice with a bowl of tomato soup.
Balls, as you mentioned tomato soup.
The connections. What does it mean? What does it mean?
It's become that noir movie where it's just the scene of like the particle board in his head, tying all the strings together, but like the cheese, the bread, the butter, the soup.
You are clipping with how hard.
You are peaking.
You are peaking with how loud you're being.
So you are getting so loud you are going quiet.
Yeah.
This must be even worse for Cardin as like the supreme detective is like, you cannot solve this puzzle. You are not allowed
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
The gif that I shared is basically Cardin right now.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
Casimir knows what Cardin gave up.
Yeah.
Is Casimir being a shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Mokosh tells you in your native tongue, stop picking on the poor lad.
I will make him a grilled cheese. He will have a wonderful time, and then he will again forget.
Now remember, Vega's an omniglut, so Vega knows what she's saying.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, she's just snickering.
Vegas like, no, pick on him harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so what happens at this particular moment is, she kind of looks over and, has someone go and get Cardin a sandwich. And as Casimir's volunteered, puts Casimir to work. It's
Is it labor intensive?
it's labor intensive, but it's also like mentally engaging in the way that Casimir particularly enjoys. It is the aspect where she kind of sits there and explains what all of this stuff is for. If you would like, Casimir, you may go ahead and I will make it a science roll either way.
Okay.
You may choose mental for the purposes of understanding, or social for the purposes of aesthetic.
I think because this is Casimir making an attempt at bonding with the family, the Bogovi family that he has, that this would be a social check.
Difficulty 3. I'm setting a difficulty here for lulz in case something goes wrong.
Okay, interesting.
Oh boy.
From normal hot to farm boy hot.
Apparently
She
so.
thinks my tractor sexy.
Oh, hold on. I gotta put things back. Pop this in because I apparently could not type the difficulty in.
Interesting.
There it is. Now, do I have any enhancement here? Because I'm not going to do anything with my striking looks. Like,
No, this
No.
isn't about looks. This is about gardening. So.
The staff isn't a very particularly good farming tool either, is it?
You could aerate with it, I suppose, if you wanted to.
Just did.
No, I think this is just going to be a straight up roll.
Okay.
I believe in you.
What? What? It just disappeared.
All right. Oh dear.
What is going on here?
Man, Forge is on it
Composure,
today.
science, roll. What?
Hold on.
I'm just
Let me try it on this end. Let me try it on this end.
Okay.
Composure.
We already had a roll.
difficulty.
That went okay.
Roll. Roll. That worked for me.
Okay. I'm going to just refresh Foundry for the moment.
Sounds good.
But yeah. A catastrophic success is what I saw just now.
That's what it said, but that was me rolling it. So, unless you want to take that one, unless you want to take somebody else rolling your dice for you, getting their grubby hands all over your rolls.
Look, I'm okay with that it being digital dice. Okay, I am going to just try it once more after the reroll. Science.
Mhm.
6 successes.
I think there's kind of the aspect here with the catastrophic successes that would
Mm-hmm.
be where there's it goes beyond the garden, the limits of the garden in both directions. Some things from outside end up coming in, and some things from inside end up going out, type of thing. But Makosh doesn't seem to mind. She seems more intrigued, more being kind of like the wild aspect of Casimir here. The calling of different animals, kind of that space between plants and animals and wild and what's supposed to be natural and what isn't. But
I think with this, you can also see, while this is not like based on like Casimir's really social or like presence, like this is not about his looks, but there is that some like almost, he has a very mainstream beauty from how he presents himself in like Nymphstagram and that sort of stuff. But that kind of falls away as he is working, and whilst there are like these wild animals going about, and it becomes more, you know, the Disney princess kind of aesthetic with little woodland creatures coming around.
Of course, it's. I think what ends up happening is Carden's the first to notice after he's had his sandwich, and then Olivia, and then Vega, kind of like in that order over time. Casimir's been at this a while, kind of lost himself in it for the moment. I will consider this a major sacrifice.
Okay.
If you would like.
Thank
For
you.
you to regain your legend this session. There is kind of the point at about like half an hour into it, Makosh just kind of goes a little hands off and just watches. And then as kind of Casimir finishes the section that he's working on, she kind of nods. You feel invigorated would be the best way to put it. In a way that it's kind of like that sense of accomplishment after something very physically taxing happens. She kind of nods. And as you kind of stand up, she goes over to kind of grasp your hands and say thanks. And you feel something slip into your hands.
I look down.
She pulls away. It's probably about the size of a large coin, closer to a teardrop shape. It's cool to the touch. Looks like it should be colder. It is reflective, but it reminds you more of a seed. It's strange, would be the best way to put it.
Oh my god, you can plant a money tree.
A Bell's tree?
Mm-hmm. Tom Nook is gonna be so pissed. I would like to see if I can identify this seed.
Okay, if you would like to, you may roll for me mental occult. On a difficulty 4, you get an idea of what it's for. Or sorry, yeah, on a difficulty 5, I will tell you what it is.
Okay.
I want to throw complications on there, but I don't know any fitting complications, so I'm not going to.
Does this have anything to do with relic?
Yes. Are you attempting to pull on knowledge, or are you attempting to magically identify it?
If I'm going to magically try and identify it, it's going to be very obvious what I'm doing, because I'm just going to pull my staff out. And it's
start poking it with the stick.
Yes. No, I think first if this doesn't work, I might go about like the whole like reveal your secrets to me. But for now, it's just going to be based on what I already know.
Okay.
Based on vibes.
Yeah. 7 successes.
This is a seed of something that would never truly exist in nature. You're not entirely sure what ore it might be,
Oh my god,
but it is a tree that is both natural and processed metals. Like natural tree and processed metals is what it would grow into.
It's the magic
And-
money tree.
Would the
Since
fruit
you got
of it?
so many successes, you know she is giving you that to pay the dwarves. You don't know how she knew about it, but you know that is what she has given you.
I think you know how she knew about it.
Always knows.
A mother
She's
always
a
knows.
mom, and moms always know.
I will gently put it in my pocket. Wipe the soil from my hands and kind of look over at her with that look of, I am going to hug you now. Please let me know if that's no good. Otherwise, here goes.
Nah, she's fine. Those of you that have been paying attention, so mostly Card and Vega, it's kind of not fair because like when Vega had a little bit of dirt on her cheek and he kind of wiped it off, it kind of smeared a little bit. When Casimir like brushes his hands to get it off, it just comes off, and he looks spotless and pretty, like exceptionally stereotypically pretty again. It's not fair.
Vegas like, yeah, that's my man. That's my man's.
Unless you're into guys who look a bit dirty.
Casimir clearly is not one of those.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, she'll accept the hug.
Thank you.
Casimir doesn't sweat, he sparkles.
Look upon me. This is the skin of a killer.
Now,
Yes.
other than introduction purposes,
Hmm.
Is there anything that you want to do with the Midnight Star? Just out of curiosity.
I would like to, like for minor sacrifices. I basically what I would like to do for her as I'm visiting her is do a small like a small service for her. Something like it's like, oh, just, you know, stay seated, I'll make the tea, or I'll like I would have, if I can do an ass pull here, I would have brought some pastries that keep well for a couple of hours.
Oh, you're about to say years. I was like, this is some good
No,
pastries.
no, that's that's
Those are some
dwarf
magic
bread.
pastries.
Just
I'm
list
full of
itself.
preservatives.
Magical preservatives.
But yeah, like pastries that, like, oh, these were made yesterday. They taste as good as they just came out of the oven.
I mean, yeah, you're magic. You can do that, sure.
Yep. I just need the Dominion purview of pastries.
No, baking is a motif.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, no, absolutely. So in short, Vega, you are introduced, and everyone else who's there, of course, you are introduced to pretty much an ethereal, kind of. You can see where Casimir gets a lot of the aspect of stars and kind of that ethereal nature of his when he kind of embraces or leans into it. She's kind of wearing a cloak of starlight. She's kind of got like it is that aspect of kind of like a forlorn, a little, almost a little sad, but not really type of thing. Just kind of vibes of a little sad. It seems a bit tired, but it's very nice as you are kind of as Casimir waits hand and foot on you guys, and yes, you can you use that for a minor sacrifice.
Thank you.
But yeah, so then you guys get ready to head back, and we'll go over to crimes.
Crimes.
Yeah. Sorry, that
As
took a
you
bit.
say, head back. We
We
cut
love
from Carden
crimes.
back to Carden.
Are they gonna fry some bacon?
Sure. I mean, I hope that you have noted on how many clones and whatnot you have going around. Because on the
Oh,
off chance that I do have, so on the off chance that I do have, fucking Dracula come back with a flying drop kick, I want to know how much legend you have spent.
So currently, I've only imbued 2 because I always want to keep one free. So there's Prime Carden, which is wherever I decide, and then there's the copies that are with my friends.
2 copies?
I just imagine Prime
Yeah.
Carden
So there's
is
3
just
of me.
sunbathing back at the Midnight Nook.
He's just on his
Or on
rock.
his basking rock up on the island. Well, yeah, so we have crimes.
Oh, it's a basking rock on the island now.
Well,
The
it
basking
just
rock
didn't
was
seem right
originally
to
on
keep
the
it on
island.
your roof.
It's
Plus,
fine.
you're closer to the sun now.
Hmm.
You can unleash the power of the sun.
But crimes.
Where
Yes,
are you
crimes.
guys talking about this? Are you on this island? Because Jody has the easiest time of anyone getting up there.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go on this island. Why not?
Yeah,
This
why
island
not?
sounds like a good spot.
Who's gonna stop us?
Air traffic control.
I can try.
That was the bets. Yeah.
I can fight a plane.
You can fight a plane with bureaucracy, even.
Remember,
But yeah.
if you can't back it up, and Jody definitely can.
But yeah, no. So you guys all are sitting there with your resources, which is generally to paint the picture. You have a whale that is harnessed to a giant floating rock with a moderately sized house upon it, and inside that house, directly in the foyer, is a very dark room, all things considered, lit by the backlight of screens with like 5 human women and a bunch of monkeys on countless computers.
I forgot I cloned Brandy.
You didn't clone Brandine. You said that you have group, and it's always been like 5
right.
women.
Fair enough.
Brandine's just the leader.
It's Brandine and her
Damn.
sisters, Brandine, and Brandine.
Cardin has a whole anime ass harem.
Jody just
No.
looking like, so,
No.
it was,
Explicitly not.
Jody just looking like, so, is it all women?
Well, yeah, it's who I prefer working with.
Okay.
Except for Carden. But that's because Carden's easy to lead around by the nose sometimes.
Hmm.
Look at him, he forgot what a grilled cheese is.
Just like, didn't think he was into that, but okay.
Wait, what?
Oh god, no!
I have to late now. It's in my head.
It's kind of like the
Anyway.
Excalibur face.
do
Yeah,
have-
thinking about it.
I do have a quick question about the Cardin clones. If one of them experiences something like exciting or something or whatever, like eating a grilled cheese and his neurons activate, does the Cardin Prime get like an inkling of it?
So the ability does specify if I am aware of what they are experiencing and what they go through. I'm aware of their conditions at all times, so I know one of them ate the sandwich, but in my head, the other two don't know what the sandwich is. They just have the experience of eating the sandwich.
I had a really weird brainwave just now, and given that we are the dog crew, it's like
Uh-huh.
whenever a Carden eats a grilled cheese, the others go, grilled cheese, grilled cheese, grilled cheese. What?
It's baked into his story at this point. But
What
yeah,
if I
no,
offer you a hamburger.
they don't share the same feelings. They are
Hmm.
just aware of the happenstance.
Cardin Prime senses the whole eating a grilled cheese sandwich. What the fuck is that?
Pretty much.
Mhm.
But yeah, Cardin's gonna take Jody to the planning room.
I am not saying that this is the case. I like the idea of the planning room is just the sitting room next to the foyer. But because
how'd you
the
figure that out?
foyer is full.
Hey, it's at least got like a nice big
I was
talk board up.
gonna say it was the hall closet, but
You know, I didn't interrupt you guys this much.
This is true. Alright, so we are in the planning room.
Mhm. So,
the command
need-
zone.
I need to get to Tirnanog and steal the heart of a forge.
And so there, it's just kind of a knowing sigh. Okay, when you say is it a physical thing or are we stealing a concept?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
I think I had the lads looking into that. Have they done looking into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did make a roll on it. I interpreted that as more going to Tirnanog specifically. But the idea of the heart of a forge is... I think one of them kind of comes back, kind of taking a kind of solo trip to Svartalfheim. How he got there, don't know. But how he got there and back, shrug. But
I mean, that game's
kind of,
still there.
comes over and explains. So, judging by dwarvish magic, it could be a few different things. You've got the literal heart of a forge, which could be the source of fire, whatever. Especially because these
Like
guys are
the
trying to find
coals
something
or
new.
whatever.
Yeah, like kind of the ones in the very middle, the source of heat for 'em.
Okay.
The second thing could be the feeling, or kind of the inspiration behind foraging things, which is more in line with dwarvish magic. Or the third one could be a person's literal heart. That one might be extrapolating a couple of things given the style of stuff that the Dedanan do.
Right. Some of
It
those are
could
harder to steal than others.
it could also be a kidnapping mission. So those are kind of the ideas that I got talking around a little bit.
I'd rather not take a person.
Arden writes a note. Can I utilize Conspiracy Seeker to see if we can narrow down some of those options?
Sure. Let me take a look at what Conspiracy Seeker do.
Can I try and help?
Seeker. Yeah, you guys can.
Have the lads help.
So what I will do in this particular case is if you are utilizing your followers, the lads have higher scale. So we
Yes.
could have
Makes
Jody
sense.
technically
We have a lot
lead
of
this
scale.
one. So
So
what
much
I
scale.
would do is you may use Conspiracy Seeker, you may pull on the assistance of Brandine, who I believe has scale 1.
Mhm.
And either you can attempt to make your own roll and get like more successes given utilizing magic and other abilities, or you can give your scale the scale of Brandine to the lads for this roll.
I'm gonna give
Your
the scale
choice.
of- yeah, I'm gonna give the scale of Brandine to the lads because she's worked with them before.
God.
She plays a lot of video games with them.
Oh,
So
God.
Brandine has 1 scale at the moment to add to the lads' capabilities.
Does that put him to 5?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a little
With
scale.
Conspiracy
Oh,
Seeker,
boy.
you also get an enhancement because we're trying
Yeah.
to connect lines where there shouldn't be any.
I get one from that.
Just gonna click that.
God, this is gonna be so. This is gonna be such a roll.
I want you to put scale 5 in there, even though I'm using the cancel out rules in my head just for big number at the moment.
Yeah, just see what the number is.
Big
then
number.
Wait.
Nice.
Well,
so big.
How much regular enhancement did you have on that? Not scale?
3, I think.
3. Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Cool. So what you guys see is, as you guys kind of sit there and kind of talk about this and talk with the lads and whatnot, is you pass by some of the many plethora of computers on there, and you see Area 51 details. They just kind of scroll past that. You see other just like big name hidden conspiracies that people have found. Kind of different things listed on there. It's just kind of
unredacted
this little
Zeus
look.
files.
Mhm.
And you originally find the first things that you guys found beforehand, which is anyone who's gone to Tirnanog has never returned.
Mhm.
And
So how do we know they went there?
they said that they were going to go look for it, and they just never came back. We don't know if they
How do
made
we-
it or not.
Yeah, how
but
do we know they? How do they know they got there?
you just know that they left and they never came back. but kind of narrowing things down, taking a look at it, as you're able to sit there. Maybe it's during a break when you guys are sitting down, sipping something to drink, or maybe it's just kind of like that aspect where you're rubber ducking it, or is kind of staring at the ceiling, letting the things kind of come back. And it's kind of begins to think about it. Now, it is an assumption that no one's come back from Tirnanog, because as you said, you don't know if they actually made it. But if we're working on that assumption, the heart of a forge, if it is someone of the Tuatha, could be someone who's been there and hasn't been able to leave.
That might be a rescue mission.
Could be a rescue mission. So there's some physical things in there. Either way, the details that you know of is if this is somebody that's crafting things, you are going to need to get into a crafted building. And you can kind of put together some base details, like in regards to some things related to it. This could be Fey related stuff. You might want to grab some iron just in case. This could be some stuff in regards to Irish myth, which means that you need to be prepared for if a fight breaks out, thousands of corpses to just spontaneously appear. You know, like, there's some broad strokes that you guys can prepare for. In short, with 11 successes, I will give you guys... I'll give you guys a blanket 1 enhancement on anything related to the heist.
Okay.
Please note this down somewhere. I will give you 3 enhancement if you can justify details about something. So, like, hey, I knew about, fairy magic, so instead of getting, regular lockpicks, I got cold iron lockpicks. I'll be like, okay, cool, that'll be like 2 or 3 enhancement instead.
I just put in my Nax +1 to heisting.
Excellent.
I was about
Wonderful.
to say, Danny's gonna have to do it because my character sheet is not letting me interact with it.
Is it popped out?
Refreshing.
But yeah, there's always some also kind of mythological things that kind of can go along with it. This is going to be a sea travel. You could always run into some weird stuff. Could be a couple of monsters that you might have to deal with. Could be mental related things. Who knows?
So
But
we'll get a list of known Celtic creatures that we might come up against and how to fight them.
But yeah, you are able to get a lot of that information at this particular moment in time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a rescue heist. Probably gonna have to fight some creatures. Going to an aspect space that is probably not on this plane. All of this is very doable, and I'm not saying
Tirnanog is
hyperbole.
Definitely not on this plane.
Also, I'm intending to stow away with the others to get there.
Okay.
And so without them knowing that I'm there, so...
Okay.
Wait, are you explicitly saying like, hey, I'm not going and then stowing away?
Yes!
Yes.
Wonderful!
So that you don't know I'm there and can't go, oh no, Jody's doing something if the alarms go off.
Right. Also, if that's the case... are you also hiding this intent from Cardin as well?
No, I'm telling Cotton.
Okay, cool.
Garden is in the know.
Yeah,
I know Cotton can keep secrets.
Yeah, I have all the special lying things,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
I'm definitely good.
Yeah.
You're very good at lies.
Yes.
You're not entirely sure, Cardin, but you kind of get the idea that if you really wanted to put this on there and fool everyone to it, you could just create a doppelganger of Jody to stay for like an hour after you guys leave.
I absolutely could do that.
Jody doesn't know you can do that.
Just a very,
Pretty
very
confident.
short. No, probably not
No,
a
no,
very
no,
short date.
as as Cardin, like they're taking a pizza break. Cardin like sliced to mouth. Oh yeah, do you know I can create a perfect copy of you?
What?
Yeah, all of you, like any of you, like anyone really.
Hmm.
I can't do it now. You're too close. But like, yeah, if we need it, we can do that.
I still think stowing away is going to be the better idea, just to be extra sure that people don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
The less they know, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Fae can, like, read minds or whatever.
Well, Cardin realizes he doesn't know anything about the Fae.
Sorry, I was reading what it was, and you could probably use it to just be like, "Hey, yeah, this guy's been the guy that's been following me this entire time." But anywho, but yeah, so you are you have the beginnings of a plan. You may not be able to necessarily get a hard plan until you are there, but yeah, everyone is able to come back.
Jody's
at
going
this
to
particular
head off
moment.
and get some equipment.
Okay. What do you have for equipment? Like you can. I'm just wondering, like, if there's anyone.
Relics, mostly.
Yeah.
Cardin's gonna have his people get him everything he needs to know about dealing with the Fae and yeah, all that, all that.
The frustrating thing about getting everything you need to know about the Fae is my favorite thing of fairy is a useless term for taxonomical classification.
It's about as useful as giant is in Norse mythology. Like,
And
Garden Googles
and
Fae and comes across, what is a VTuber?
Your people are gonna get you all the information you need to know on that VTuber.
yeah, there's so many of them.
There are so many of them.
Yeah. Easy enough. You have a delinquent and defiler of authority as paths. You are easy enough for you to find it. You know, it's no different at all.
Yeah.
So, I know Olivia has something to do, so I'm going to ask Cardin, Vega, and Casimir, how are you getting things together for the purposes of ship travel? Are you asking favors? Are you buying things? How are you doing it?
Cardin will. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll ask the friends.
Okay.
And basically just path them.
So we have the friends. What other ways did you guys want to do things? Just out of curiosity. You were going to say something, Spirit?
Cardin will basically call in like every.
I was going to give Cardin the information Jody found last time about possible ships.
Mm.
I'd say
Okay.
hand this to them.
Oh yeah. As Jody tells this Cardin, the other Cardin, just
Spontaneously
snaps his
know.
fingers. Yeah, and then just shares
Yeah.
the information with the other group. I love Doppelganger, dude.
It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. Vega, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, no worries. So, if you are only doing things from the friends, now the friends can help you do something to get from here. To there. They are followers. They are birthright. They will be there to help you. And you can use stuff as a path in relation to them. If you choose to use only them, I'm going to say it is going to be a humble craft. It's probably going to take a little longer because it's going to be a little smaller. You will be traveling lighter, though, which isn't necessarily a problem. If you try
Is it a
some of the other
sailboat?
methods, it's probably a sailboat.
Okay.
It's got, like engines and whatnot on it, but it's probably a sailboat. If you use some of those other methods, you can get a bigger ship, which will be able to have more things, maybe travel faster. Not like speedboat fast, but that one would be more bulky and probably harder to mobilize, type of thing. So it's more.
That's
Do
very
you want
fair.
to travel light or do you want to travel heavy? Is kind of the idea.
I would.
And this
like
is
to,
this is a table question, not a character question.
Yeah.
I was about to say. So if I can offer a suggestion, Michi, both you and your in-character boyfriend are diviners. Can you do magic stuff to the ship to like help us find an ideal route or avoid certain problems that would come about?
I think we can do that.
I think so.
All right, so there's something there. Also, I can tap my former dragon path, and I could probably get us a much better boat.
We're not going to need a bigger boat.
It's more. I'm not looking for design. I am looking for possible mechanic related things.
Yeah.
And we can justify it through paths and whatnot.
In
but I will
the
let
story,
you guys think on it. Oh, go ahead. Yes.
Casimir kind of idealizes the idea, like the concept of we're going to go to set sail, literal sail. But
We're gonna be pirates.
You're gonna be on a fucking galley.
I
you have
don't.
enough followers and stuff to run it.
I also have worshippers that I can crew the boat with.
Yeah.
You want to call on the Asgardians to crew your boat?
I'm sorry. Is there any other culture of people that are better at crewing boats?
Yeah, the Atua.
All right, never mind. All right, that's a great point. That's a great point.
Yeah.
The people that sailed across the ocean and settled islands across the ocean.
Yeah.
That is a very fair point. I did want to add that there is the replica of the Göteborg of Sweden, which in April 2023 affected a rescue at sea.
There's also evidence that Norse peoples went to America way before the Spanish did.
Oh,
Yes.
that's also true.
Way before.
That's
Yeah.
also yeah.
So, given that it's starting to get a little late, here's what I'm going to propose real quick. Above table, you guys can decide mechanical aspects of how you want to travel.
Good.
We will do what Olivia would like to do, and then we will do the divining ritual for the purposes, and then we'll probably end shortly after that. So as it begins to get later in the day, as you guys have returned, Olivia, we follow you. Where are you going? What do you have on you? Etc. Etc.
Okay. So, Olivia heads down, 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 in the darkest depths below Brussels, beyond where man has tread, further still than the beasts of below would dare, where the light of day is not even a concept. She starts to set up an altar, a world's best mum mug, laden with sweet treats, a fresh cup of coffee beside it, some slippers and a bathrobe, as well as the latest newspaper. Nervously, she sits at a chair opposite this altar, mumbling to herself before she clenches her fists, gathers her nerve, and raises her voice. Mama, are you there? Can you hear me?
As previously, when you've reached out to this entity, it's not a verbal response, but you get the feeling of being watched. Familiar set of eyes keeping their eyes open.
I want to talk to you about. I'm so tired. I was born twice. First as a strange thing, formed from a coalescence of human fear, but not really alive, made from pieces of people. I knew of things like hunger, pain, cold. I never felt it though. Never felt anything. And what did I do whilst like that? Also, nothing. I had no thoughts. I had nothing. I was there. I felt them fall. I felt them struggle, panic and die, and none of it meant anything. Until one day, Hypnos decided he needed something more to fight some threat from above. And I was born again, like this, but this time, breath in my chest, with that hunger, with the pain and cold. And yet, I have felt fullness, penis and warmth. I've enjoyed the rush of wind as I run, the tension in my muscles, the beat of the city as people rush by with passions aflame, and the comforting peace of love. And yet, within this chest, keeps beating this darker heart, this calling of the void to tear it all down, to see them scream, to hear them cry. I don't want that. I helped some people the other day, not as a hero defeating a horrible thing, just as someone with an answer, able to guide them, and I like that. I don't want to be a monster anymore, Mama. I hope you won't hate me.
It's a varied amount of sensations. Whether or not Olivia is used to them and knows that this is supposed to be scary intellectually or from other perspectives is one thing, or maybe she feels the tinge of fear given Echidna's nature in this particular instance. It is being. I am not good with describing such types of horrors, but I will do my best. It is the chill that runs down one's spine when there's the cold breeze and the silence that permeates through an old house. It is the feeling of pressing heat from a stranger that is exceptionally close to you. That idea of claustrophobia from being wrapped up in things. How the knee-jerk reaction that Olivia might have is different than the fact that in as close as she can without fully manifesting herself in this moment, this is the closest that Echidna could give to a hug at this particular moment.
Via sniffles, crying for a while in the darks. By the time she leaves and returns back to the city, She leaves something down there in the dark. Returning to the Midnight Nook, she feels different. No longer putting Alma and Donovan on edge. Just like a normal smiling teenage girl. The constant aura of fear of a predator about to consume you in a dark forest. On.
There is a sense, additionally, with that, not only of the people around Olivia maybe feeling a little bit more comfortable than they had in her presence beforehand, but also the shadows don't look as welcoming to Olivia at this moment in time. It's a give and take. There's a lot of positives, but a lot of the things that were comforting before don't seem as comforting, and maybe even in some cases seem a bit mundane at the moment. But there is that aspect of, through experience, Olivia knows that there are things there that, regardless of what the current feeling might be. And it's different to be on the other side of this. Not bad, just different. We're gonna keep the music because we're about to do magic.
Magic.
Would I be able to add a little bit to that scene?
I don't mind.
As you said, Alma and Donovan might not pick up on that same dread that Olivia is accompanied by normally. But Alma is very aware of the change. And so she comes over to Casimir as Olivia sits down in a chair in the Midnight Nook and alerts. And Casimir kind of notices and would come over, offer a cup of Olivia's preferred drink, a little pastry. And Olivia, I don't normally ask like where you stay, but do you need a bed for the night?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'll go stay with Jessica.
So chill.
Well, if you need anything, just let us know.
Also, I want to believe that Olivia's favorite drink of choice is hot chocolate with sprinkles.
I was thinking something excessively sweet.
Mm.
And whipped cream, of course.
And marshmallows.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
It's a very simple yes or no question. I'm fine with either. Does Cardin know what she lost?
Does Carter know what she was in the first place?
Well,
So,
that's-
to answer the question, Cardin knows there is a fundamental change in Olivia at this moment in time. You would not know that the monster calling is gone.
okay.
Because that would get a little too metatextual for you to be like,
Mm.
ah, yes, you are no longer a capital M monster.
Yeah, no. I was more looking for the thing of,
You can tell that she feels less monstrous, I guess.
yeah. It was more just the thing of like, I mean, secrets aren't my purview. Do I know that she asked for a fundamental change?
I guess it was more
I think
coming
no-
out to your mom. I guess would kind of be the better way to put it, rather than asking for a
I think
fundamental
no
change.
is the more interesting answer.
I'm
Fair enough.
coming out as a good girl.
Yeah.
I had the
Yes.
other thought
Also-
of your purview is secrets, but Olivia's never been hiding anything from you, so you can't just
Yeah.
know it. You have to actually
Also-
ask.
I want you to know that Donovan came and put in because she's feels different. He came and put his head in her lap and closed his eyes and got out a little
I would like
noise.
chat and
contentment.
stream to know that I am socially contracted not to do a good girl voice or like that sort of thing in this
Thank
present
you.
company.
Thank you.
know.
Many thanks.
There's still that K Kryptonite redeem.
Not right now.
It's not usable
not active.
during these streams.
But for the purposes of the magic, if possible, I would like everyone at the midnight nook, probably after closing hours,
Mm-hmm.
if that would be amenable to everybody.
I know.
Would Cardin,
and-
or not Cardin, would Casimir be offended if Vega ordered pizza for everybody instead of us cooking dinner for everybody?
No. No, I think for Casimir that is more of like, this is a convenience, not a slight to his cooking.
Yeah. Oh no, she loves his cooking. She just thinks, oh, we gotta get everyone together. Let's just get some pizza since we haven't planned in advance.
Casimir knows a very good local, like, family-owned pizzeria.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
from his
twice
his
as many
contacts
pizzas
at
show
the
up.
university.
Twice as many pizzas show up as you ordered.
Oh, that's fine. I was gonna say that
Monkeys.
they order what seems like an excessive amount, but you see Cardin has already finished one pizza and is working on his second.
But yes, as everyone's there, whether they are trying to keep themselves a little hidden or a little secret or otherwise.
Now, Jody's is going to
Oh.
be blatantly there for this.
Who would like to lead the divination?
I think there's going to be a lot of after you, no after you, no after you, no after you, no.
Olivia, you go.
Michi, what do you feel about like rolling a d10 and seeing who goes higher?
Well, I was trying to think, would you because I mean, I have specialties in magic rituals,
Mhm.
and my stuff is more about divining. Did we add a second magic
Yes,
thingy?
yes, you should have summoning, I believe is the one that you wanted.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I picked summoning.
In
so I don't
short,
know-
at this particular moment in time, because you guys are in the Midnight Nook, you guys are going to have max enhancement. Regardless, this
Oh,
is
that's
just
true.
more for who wants to take the reins on this one. So
Who wants to roll the big number?
numbers wise, you guys got this handled.
Yeah, I'm always up for rolling, but I don't know if Vega did a roll today.
I did
Not
not
today.
do a roll today.
In which case, I'm okay with you leading.
Do it.
If
and
you want to.
Casimir just lifts up Vega's hand for volunteer.
Do it and use 10 momentum so we can get it more speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All of it.
All right. Well, then I guess I will take the lead. What would you like me to roll?
All right, cool. So
Alright,
I
do it.
believe you do social for your attributes in regards to magic.
Yes, I
So
do.
Social occult would be great. You may add 5 enhancement between help and the Midnight Nook. I would like you to put in a dice modifier of 10 if you're going to use all 10 momentum.
Yes.
Yes.
Now
Can
my question. Oh yeah, sorry.
question:
Go ahead.
Does my specialty Mystic Rituals count?
We'll just stick with 5 enhancement. If you put the specialty in there, it'll add another enhancement in there.
Okay,
And
so
5
5
enhancement is the
enhancement.
maximum you can have.
And
So-
10 dice modifier.
Now here's my question.
Hmm.
Would you like to use a title to make this a feat of scale?
What do
Ooh.
you guys think?
Yeah, do it.
I mean,
Do
you,
it,
yeah,
do
you
it,
gotta
do
do
it,
it, right?
do it.
How much legend do you have right now?
I have all of my legend currently.
And do it. Yeah. You got loads to spend.
I gotta talk to you about getting some more titles, but the Crossroads Witch will fit fine for this one. So then go ahead and
I
put
know, I
scale
keep
3.
forgetting.
Yeah. So go ahead and put
Thanks.
scale 3 on there.
Man, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and click that roll button.
Watch it be an epic fail. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That'll do it. Whatever it is.
Why did you have 20 dice?
10 enhancement, or 10 momentum modifier, dice modifier.
Alright.
So,
I just really like dice, okay?
Mm-hmm.
here's what happens.
So much momentum.
You guys are sitting there enjoying a pizza as Vega pulls out her cards and Casimir begins kind of drawing runes with his staff. And as things get dealt, as kind of the steps of the divination ritual is completed, as Vega places down the last card at the same time that Casimir draws the last point in the circle, there's a change in the air. It feels like the cool wetness of winter mornings in dew. It's definitely out of season for the moment, out of time as well. And from where the card is placed, a rapidly expanding fog begins to put its way out.
This is new.
Now, Casimir goes to say that, none of you can hear him.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's no oh, you can't hear me.
I'm saying that
Some of you were looking for physical challenges, and there might be some. But it's the sense of unease. It's this idea of going to something that's just a little off. It gives all of you that sense of uncanny valley as it gets to the point where it's difficult to see anything in front of you. There's a myriad of images that flash before you before all of you kind of put together the idea of these images are representations of yourselves, how it could have been, what made you get there, different forms, different styles, different personas. You know, a more human-looking Jody, a more pastel and casual-looking Vega, a Casimir that's more of a jock type thing. Going all
I was
sorts
about
of different
to
ways
say
about it.
there might be a version of Jody that they are aggressively not looking at.
Yeah. And as this idea kind of fits into your head, and you kind of, it's kind of like one of those things where they take like a bunch of rapid images of the same person going around them in a 360-degree angle, and as you kind of reach the face, the uncanny valley sits in. There is something wrong with your face in this reflection, and as you kind of react, however it might be that you react to it, reaching out to touch it, trying to flinch away from it, all of you feel the tightest iron grip upon your wrists, and you cannot escape. And then the vision ends, and we'll go ahead and end the session then for the evening. Thank you very much. I've been your storyteller, Alfred,
Oh.
this evening for this episode of Scion. With me playing Danny Cat, I've had with me playing Danny Cat, I've had Jody. Yeah, no, with me playing Jody, I've had Danny Cat.
You.
I'm willing to try escaping. I've got enough dice.
With me playing Casimir, I've had Crest Nether.
I'll have to rewatch that bit because what the fuck?
With me playing Vegas Air, and I've had Michinho.
I'm in danger.
And with me playing Olivia, I've had Robo Pirate.
I think I had it canonically that Olivia already had troubles with alternate versions, memories of herself. So this was probably just like her watching it, going, whatever. Until the Iron Grip, and she's like, wait, that doesn't normally happen.
And then playing Carton, I've had Levitity Lich.
Looks at titles, sees the Unbound. Oh, you fucked up big time, bucko.
That's a very
Good luck!
for it.
Good luck! And we'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.